Hi, I'm Dave Epstein. Welcome to this edition of Growing Wisdom. I'm here today with Melissa Otout, and you're from Weston Nurseries, and you are getting ready for some cut flower fun today. We're going to talk about a few of the ways to care for cut flowers, maybe some things that folks should look for, ask for if they go to a local florist, and of course talk about roses because they're still a favorite.
Yes, yep.
So Melissa, what are some of your favorite things?
Some of my favorite things actually are more the fillers and the texture as opposed to the focal flower. I like to get a nice full arrangement even before I put the star flowers in. So that's really important to me. Using nice filler. Eucalyptus, seeded eucalyptus is one of my favorites.
So what do we have here? Tell me some of the things that we've got today that you're going to be working with.
Well, I love this trachelium. Again, I try to go as local as possible. Obviously in February we can't do that, but this is a perennial here. So in the summer we can use this trachelium. It also comes in a deep, deep purple. It's gorgeous. Great filler. I like to have a few things that kind of bend over the vase to cover the vase, especially if it's not a very attractive vase. This is a seeded eucalyptus, one of my favorites. I end up pulling the leaves off a lot. I sort of just like the little berries rather than...
But the leaves are interesting because they have that sort of grayish blue tinge to them as well.
And it depends on what look you're going for.
Right.
You know, sometimes the gray gets in the way and sometimes it doesn't.
So what is this? It almost looks rosemary-ish to me.
It does. This is very, very sturdy, and it's just a wax flower. And these little, before it opens even, it's great. See the little balls?
Are nice.
I'm a fan of pods and berries, so I really like the texture of that even before it opens. But this flower will last for a very long time. So people who are doing an arrangement, maybe if they own a restaurant or they want an arrangement to last a long time, I always suggest this. I'm a fan of the more natural looking things again, and this is another thing that it can it's kind of dramatic. It's broomcorn, and it can kind of droop and make a nice statement on the side of an arrangement. It's great for a centerpiece. So when you're looking, if you're sitting at a table, you're looking at something kind of draping over the vase rather than staring right at a vase. So it's great for centerpieces. And again, it comes in yellow, bright pink, and this light pale pink, which is gorgeous.
So you've talked to us about some of the things that kind of fill a vase, but also have some color to them. And then whenever I get flowers or someone sends me flowers, you can send me flowers, you know, you have greens, just things that are green, and that's kind of the filler, isn't it?
Yes, yeah.
But the greens themselves, there's a wide variety.
Right.
So what do we have here?
I've got this lemon leaf, great structure, really fills out a vase and is a great backdrop for a focal flower such as a bright rose. This more wispy, more texture, the fern, tree fern. If you want to get a little bit more funky, we've got these Aurelia leaves that are nice.
Yeah, these are big, huh?
They're a statement. They're nice. You can kind of maneuver them. You can actually wrap them around inside of a vase, so you're looking at the leaf in the vase.
So you could actually put this in the vase, and then as you look through the glass, you'd see something like that.
Precisely, yeah. There are no rules, and it's fun to play with all the different greens.
Can you go, so you could go to a florist and ask for some of these things and do it yourself, or you could say, these are the things I want in the vase.
Yep, you can do that, or you could even go to a grocery store and buy and maneuver, you know, make an arrangement. I can show you guys how if you want.
Yeah.
Take one of those cheap arrangements and pull it apart and make it look a lot more elegant and nice. It's doable.
I am going to have you do an arrangement because we got to have a wow factor here. Wow, Melissa, this is absolutely gorgeous. 3 different kinds of roses in there. I see the little tea or spray roses, and then it looks like you've got some long stems.
Yes, yep. You pay more for those long stems, and I always end up cutting them off, I'm sure. There are growers somewhere cringing, but, you know, scale, we needed to do that.
Sure, and then you also added some of this, which is
the curly willow, which I love, again, for structure to heighten it up a little bit. You said you grow that, right?
I do grow this, yeah, I planted. You know, what's interesting about that is it will root when you get it in a bouquet, and if you have the right conditions, you can just throw it out in the yard and you'll have a curly willow tree in just a few years.
Yes, yep.
And it's incredibly fast-growing plant.
It is, yeah. And you can chop it down and it will grow back again for you.
So be careful where you put it.
Exactly, yeah.
So roses are the centerpiece, no pun intended, of this particular centerpiece.
Yes.
But folks could get a different type of flower as well, like daffodils or tulips or some of the other flowers. And you have a little trick you want to share with us, don't you?
I do, actually, because I think a lot of people go to the grocery store or their florist, and when they buy tulips or daffs, they're impressed when they're nice and open. Actually, you're better off buying a tight, and you know this, a tight closed tulip, because you're going to get more life out of it.
Sure.
Once this goes into a warm room, it's going to blow open, and that's your flower. It's done. You can poke a little hole in the edge of a tulip, and I don't know scientifically why this works, but I promise you it does. You poke a little hole right there and put it in cold water, and they last like triple the amount of time.
Really?
Honestly.
Wow.
A friend taught me that a long time ago, and maybe with a $4 bunch of tulips, it's not a big deal, but when you get into the fancy, gorgeous French tulips and you really want some life, or you're doing a wedding and you're using French tulips, it's a nice little trick.
So a simple little pin.
A little pin, a little hole right at the edge, and it works, honestly.
Great tip. I love it. I love it. Melissa, thank you so much. This was fantastic. I love all the tips that will help you, whether you're buying or building your own floral bouquet. Come back every week for all of our tips, hints, and helps at Growing Wisdom.